the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be taking a look at a new horror film that hits theaters this coming Friday, May 9th. Movie I'm talking about today is Clown in a Cornfield, which definitely lives up to its name. This movie does feature a clown in a cornfield. It's based on the novel, surprisingly, that is of the same name. And this movie kind of took me by surprise. I didn't really know much about it overall. Watch a trailer. Trailer looked pretty good, looked kind of like a typical, horror movie, slasher movie kind of thing. So I didn't really know what to expect going in. And in the first half of the movie, it's very much what the trailer showed you. It very paint by the numbers, feels very generic. Seems like it's going to be just another, straightforward horror movie, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But once it gets to the second half of this movie, everything completely changes. It subverts your expectations like crazy. And I was pleasantly surprised by this movie by the end of it because I did not expect it to go in certain places that it did. Is it a masterpiece or anything like that? No, absolutely not. But it's a fun movie. It's a lot of bloody gore and, really fun in that vein. People getting murdered left and right, which is always fun in these type of movies. And it's a movie that definitely, plays into itself. It knows it's cheesy. It knows it's silly at times. But I think with director and writer Eli Craig, who's most known for the fantastic and completely underrated Tucker and Dale versus Evil, which is a movie I will be covering on this channel at a later date. I think he's able to craft a really fun movie here, and everything for the most part works. It hits a lot of the horror movie tropes, but when it decides not to go down that road, that's when the movie definitely gets so much better. And I think that was kind of on purpose, though. I've never read this novel that it's based on, but in the movie itself, it feels like it's trying to, spoon feed you along like, hey, this is just going to be another generic horror movie. Like, you typically see a few of these every year. Every slasher movie is just like this. And then it wants you to think that, and then whoops, oh, we're going to flip it around, do a 180 on you and make things completely different. And I truly like that about this movie. That's probably the best aspect of this movie is you really don't know where it's going to go by the end of it. And that's something I can always appreciate. But yeah, Eli Craig here, he does a fantastic job with the movie. Everything here as far as like the horror vibes, the blood, the gore, everything works really well. Seems like a lot of practical effects in the movie, which I can always appreciate in a horror film. The cast here is pretty solid. Not a whole lot of real standouts overall, but like the main girl, who's played by Katie Douglas, she's popped up in a few things here and there. She's a great final girl. I think she does a really good job in the lead role. Her dad in the movie is played by Aaron Abrams. He's doing a good job too. And then as far as the adult cast, you also have Will Sasso, who is somebody I never would have really thought I'd see in a movie like this. He plays the town sheriff. And then Kevin Durand, who's a pretty fun character actor. He is the mayor of the town that this movie takes place in. Everybody as far as that part of the cast is doing really well. When it comes to the younger cast outside of the main girl, not a whole lot of likable performances going on there. I mean, the characters themselves are fine for the most part. They're kind of like your stereotypical horror movie characters, but no big standouts in the cast as far as their performances, but they're all doing fine at what they're supposed to do, and that's completely fine. But yeah, overall, I mean, this is just a fun movie. Its title is Clown in a Cornfield. I don't know how much you could really want to get out of a movie like that. But I think it serves its purpose. I think it does what it needs to do. It's got some cool scares. It's got some good vibes and things like that. And just the fact that, like I said, it takes your expectations and completely flips them around, and then you're really not sure where the movie's going to go. I really liked that aspect of the movie. That's going to be my biggest positive from this movie is just the way that the movie's able to do that. Because the way it sets everything up from the beginning just works so well. And, I had a pleasantly good time with this movie. I definitely recommend checking it out. Overall, to grade this movie, I would give it a solid B. Like, I think it works more than it doesn't. It's got some good things going on for it. And these, the slight issues it has here and there are nothing to like get upset about or make you absolutely fall out of the movie or dislike it in any regard. But, there are some issues here and there But for the most part, everything I think works. And it's just a fun, you know, campy horror movie that lives up to its name. It's a clown in a cornfield. Like what else would you really expect from that? That's about it for me, guys. When you get a chance to see Clown in a Cornfield, please let me know what you thought about it in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe to the channel for more reviews, rankings, all kinds of good stuff. I'll leave all my links down below on where you can follow me and check out more of my reviews. And until next time, I'll catch you guys later.